Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And now.
Well, good afternoon. This is Home Wizards, Hour 2. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, where we love to help you improve your home and improve your life. And you hear people applauding because we're out and about. We're
not just anywhere.
We're not just anywhere.
No.
At the Pacific Sales in San Dimas,
That's right.
Thank you, and surrounded by all kinds of new high-tech appliances and things for your kitchen and bath. So if you're nearby, come by and say hello. And speaking of appliances, we thought that we'd talk about appliance care. I know it doesn't sound very sexy, but it's something that can be fun, and what were you going to say? It's important.
Well, here's why it doesn't sound sexy, because I think you're associating it with having to read a manual. And I know
no one reads the manual.
No one ever reads the manual. And
it's because it's thick.
Well,
it's thick.
And it's in like 40 languages, and I don't ever know what I'm supposed to do when I look at it. But, you know, there really are some specific things to do to care for the appliances that you spend so much money on that are usually in the manual, but there are some things that really aren't. So that's, I think, what we're trying to do.
Exactly. I think that we have tried and tested different things, really involving, well, I call it the V's, the B's, and the A's.
That's
the V's.
That's okay. Go.
Well, it's the VBAs.
Okay, that's better. When you say it that way, it sounds like something we'll remember.
The B's and the VBAs.
Okay, good. Okay. Better. Yeah.
The VBAs. The V's meaning vodka.
Correct. Thank you.
Vinegar.
Mm-hmm. Wait, there's a thumbs up here.
Little vodka. Vodka is, I mean, it's a great cleaning tool.
You know,
so we're going to talk about that.
Yes, and we were
the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Vodka.
Pop off.
And vinegar. And vinegar. I mean, the vinegar is it's the cure.
White vinegar is my friend.
The B's, baking soda.
And bacon.
And bacon. Well, bacon is the cause. Maybe you're going to eat the bacon while you're cooking and cleaning, but you're not going to use that to clean, I don't think. Bleach.
Yeah.
And then the A's, ammonia.
Right.
And then again, alcohol. No,
of course.
I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, it's the V's, the B's, and the A's. Mainly vinegar, baking soda, bleach, and ammonia. And then we're just being silly, but sometimes vodka and such. And then we're going to add some T's, too. Tang. Good old Tang. It's like,
who would ever have thought that Tang would clean the interior of a dishwasher?
You're not going to believe it. It's incredible not only for your toilet, but for the dishwasher. Yeah. And then while we're talking about T's, the toothpick.
Yes.
For the dishwasher.
That's correct.
Right, for those that little hole.
Those little holes on the bottom, yeah.
So when's the last time, pick an appliance, that you cleaned an appliance? That you looked at any? Yeah.
I will tell you.
What was it?
It was 2 days ago.
I'm not.
I am not. I raised my right hand.
No.
I swear. My dishwasher was clogged, and I'll tell you why. Because I do the thing now. Because I used to think, because of my father, you have to wash the dishes and then put them in the dishwasher, right? Redundant. Why do we do that? Then they tell me you can just put it in with food and everything on, and it'll grind up on the bottom and go into the drain. Well, what happens over time is that those little holes on the bottom of the dishwasher do get clogged up occasionally, and when they do, it doesn't function appropriately, and then your dishes are dirty.
Well, and it kind of feels like it's counterintuitive because you think your dishwasher's cleaning dishes. Why isn't that soapy water cleaning the dishwasher?
And that's because these little gaps, these little holes, especially on that
rotating
fan on the bottom of the dishwasher.
The doohickey, the round around doohickey. And we have a lot of technical terms too, by the way, so I think you'll appreciate that for our manual. Mm-hmm. But not only can things get clogged, but they can get rusty in the dishwasher.
That's right.
They can get moldy.
Right.
All these problems
can
occur.
Happen.
So let's talk about the vinegar. Do you know that one of the quickest things you can do to clean your dishwasher is to have, after you've had that cup of coffee, maybe after you have 4, like I do, you have your cup and you fill it up with vinegar and you put it in the upper tray of your dishwasher. Let it sit there, face up. It's ready to do its business.
That's right.
And you run the dishwasher, and now that water is going zooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba, and it's getting all the vinegar, and it's cleaning it out.
You were almost just dancing.
I was. It was a dishwasher dance.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Have you done that before?
I have not. I've put vinegar in where you put the soap.
Okay. Was that effective?
It did. It takes the spots off the interior.
How much vinegar?
As much as it takes to fill that little area.
See, I like the cup sitting up there and letting it slosh around.
Yeah. But that really does help, because if you notice your dishwasher occasionally will have a ton of spots on the inside, and that always translates that your dishes are going to be spotted as well. And then you buy those commercial products that take the spots away, but really why it's not working is because the doohickey, that rotating device on the bottom, and all those holes on the bottom, and all that area where you see on the very bottom, the creepy part of the dishwasher where you never want to put your hand, if that's clogged up, then you're not going to have efficiency.
Also good for the hard water is the Tang. And that's
Yes.
and if you use, believe it or not, a half of a container of Tang and put that in the soap dispenser, and that will help remove a lot of the discoloration.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You know, I know
And
it's weird to think.
the other thing
but
too,
I guess the citrus acid does
Right.
something to break it down, and I've used that in the toilet too. It
Yeah.
helps to kind of get the ring out.
and also another thing to do is leave the dishwasher door open for a few hours in the morning, and then in the afternoon, if you have a shop vac or a vacuum cleaner with a hose attachment, go in there and vacuum out that bottom area all the way around the circumference of that rotating blade underneath, and you'll be
There's
amazed
crud
what
down
comes
there,
out.
huh?
There is crud.
Maybe you find a spoon or
You might
something.
find a spoon. Who knows what you'll find.
Ah.
But yeah, it's great to do that every couple of months, and you'll be amazed the difference in the efficiency of the unit.
And I think
And
it's,
see, now they don't tell you that in the manual. See, this is why this is a fun manual.
So
Round of applause,
the
ladies and
fun
gentlemen.
manual. So
That's
about
right, the fun manual.
so about the toothpick again. The toothpick is going to help with any of the debris
Yep.
in
In all the holes that you see, if they're plugged, they're not doing their job.
yeah.
Now, loading a dishwasher, you know about that, right?
I like to have them all facing up and inward. What about you?
Well, I like the glasses down.
I like them up.
Well, down.
Up.
Hello. Okay. If the glasses are down and upside down, that rotating jet is shooting water up into the glass.
Okay.
And that's how you get the inside of the glasses clean.
Okay.
Right.
Well, there
So,
you go.
I mean,
We'll have to agree to
potato
disagree.
patata at some point, but seriously, that is how I've learned from the great Irv Stromer, who has had about 5 dishwashers in his life.
Okay, all right.
And we agree that this is the way to do it.
All right. Okay. What about your utensils? Up or down?
Well, he does his down because then when he pulls the utensils out, you're grabbing the handle, not
I like
the
that
eating
too.
surface.
I like that too. I can't stand it with the fork up because then oh my gosh, and it gets you and it pokes you in the nail.
That's right.
That's a hazard.
That's a bad deal.
That doesn't work in our fun manual
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
I like it down. Yeah.
What about, do you ever look at the underbottom of the door of the dishwasher?
Yeah, that's another place where
Yeah.
creepy gunk can show
You
up.
wouldn't think of it, right?
No.
You don't really pay attention to it.
You do
Who
not.
wants to?
No one.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
And what about the gasket? All the gasket completely around the door opening, that's what seals the water in. If that is compromised in any way and there's crud in the accordion aspect to that, there's usually that couple of lines around the perimeter of that accordion aspect of that gasket. If there's food in there, it's not doing its job in sealing. You're going to get leaking, which can create problems with dry rot, and the hardwood floor can get messed up on you, depending on what your flooring is.
Now back to the VBAs.
Okay.
The bleach. Do you ever use bleach in your dishwasher?
I do not. I've used only the vinegar. What do you
Okay.
think of the bleach?
I like the distilled vinegar. I think that if you have mildew or mold in your dishwasher, you can use a little bleach.
I like it.
You know.
I like it. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Yeah, okay, good.
So those are some of our cleaning tools for the dishwasher. Let's move now to the microwave. Now,
Okay.
the microwave,
Informal survey here. Who
everyone.
has heated a pasta dish and then it exploded and you've got
Totally.
to clean out the inside of the microwave?
or
Yeah.
have it chili.
Yeah.
Or no,
Chili.
it's all about the beans that
That's right.
burst,
Yes,
right?
the bursting beans.
The bursting beans, with the sauce going boom,
Yeah.
pa.
Yeah.
Right on the
And there's nothing more difficult than cleaning the
poom and pa.
the poom and pa, the upper part of the microwave.
So here's a real quick and dirty and
Okay.
easy thing to do
Yeah.
is to get a glass bowl, a microwavable bowl,
Yeah.
and fill it halfway with what? But vinegar and a little bit of water, and you actually turn on the microwave and let it boil for a couple minutes, and that seems to kind of permeate and loosen up the poo-pa
Right.
of the beans that have exploded that you just
Right.
cooked from your
Great
chili,
idea, yeah.
from your Velveeta chili dip that I know you did for Super Bowl Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, right? I know you did it.
Okay, I've done it.
So that's a good one to try. And there's
That's
more
a great
tips.
idea. Yeah, I love that.
Well, the same thing applies to the oven. We're going to talk about that when we come back, the beauty of ammonia. Now, you're not going to turn the oven on for this, but we'll tell you about how you can clean your oven and some other fun things from our fun manual as we're right here surrounded by appliance land. I mean, one thing is to get these great appliances, but then how do you sustain them and make them look and feel great?
This is top
for the
secret
rest of your
information.
life.
Nobody tells you this,
You don't,
but you'll find it here.
It's good to read the manual, but I think this is a better fun manual.
I agree.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, Home Wizards here as we broadcast live from Pacific Sales in San Dimas. And we have some friends here with us who are clapping, so hopefully if you're nearby, you can come by and be our friend too. We're back after this on KFWB News Talk 980. Yes, welcome back listening to Home Wizards, where we love to help you improve your home and improve your life. And we're with a few of our favorite friends here as we're broadcasting live from Pacific Sales in San Dimas. So thanks, you guys, for a round of applause. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole.
We actually have a question from one of our
We
friends in
do.
the audience. Yeah.
And we're going to turn the microphone on and hand it over to, who are you over there? Say hello.
Hi, how are you? My name is Sally.
Hi,
Hey,
Sally.
round of applause for
Yay.
Sally in San Dimas.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Where are you from, Sally?
San Dimas.
There you go.
Okay.
See?
Thank you for being here. My question is, how do you clean a garbage disposal and make it run efficiently?
Okay.
Great question. Now, there's a couple of things to consider. Number one, a lot of people just put lemons down, and that kind of temporarily does the trick. Also, a lot of times the garbage disposal is smelling in the first place because it's not running efficiently, or maybe it's underpowered, and you have a disposal that's not big enough and powerful enough to deal with your needs. So consider that as well. If it gets clogged often, that may be the issue.
What do you think about putting glass in your garbage disposal?
To clean it,
Not only to clean it, but to sharpen it.
I've heard that actually does work, but
then how do you get the glass out
you
of
have
it?
to use a shop vac or reach. I always get my smallest kid, Willow, say, get over here.
Oh,
I need
yeah,
you to
right.
pull this. No, I do. She's got the small hand. She pulls the stuff out.
Okay.
Every child has gone through this. It's a hazing in the Stromer family. The older guy, the 13-year-old, can't get in anymore.
Child labor.
Exactly. You can also use ice, believe it or not, which kind of does the same thing as
to sharpen the blades to help. Are you a fan of like the Dranos in terms of a clogged?
I'm not.
No.
I like because I always have these clean outs installed in the houses that I live in where you can access from the exterior of the property. So you have one of those. So it's way easier to deal with that than do with the chemicals because they can sort of erode some of your plumbing systems. Also, if you ever have clogs, a great thing to do is use a end of a broom handle and put it in at an angle and just slightly rotate it because you have leverage on it and it will turn that way and kind of get the clog.
Not while it's on, though.
No, obviously not while it's on. Also, you know that there's a button on the bottom of disposals that
beneath
trips.
the sink.
Yeah, so you have to re-engage it by pressing that red button after it's clogged to start it going again. And they also have little Allen wrenches that come with all the disposals that you put on the bottom and
It's
crank
that little.
that
It
way.
looks like a little.
Right, like a little L-shaped wrench. Right.
Yeah, double L.
Yeah, so those are some of the things. So go ahead.
Wait, look at. We're having a hard time hearing on
Clean
her.
it out.
She said a pot of boiling hot water. That's great too. It'll disinfect it through killing
And
bacteria
it'll open
with
up
heat.
the
Sometimes it will. Yeah. Again, it just depends on. Keep in mind too that your dishwasher and your main drain always run into that same disposal chamber. So that's a lot of times why we recommend doing the clean out of the dishwasher.
And speaking of dishwasher, I heard that your dishwasher will run better if you first, like you say, pour or turn on the hot water and let it really warm up.
That's right. That's a
And
really good point. Tell them about that. Yeah.
If you turn on the hot water, it's not only going to help your garbage disposal, but you're going to clean that out, and then it's going to help your dishwasher work better.
Well, yeah, because imagine how long it takes your hot water to kick in when you turn the lever on. So you want the temperature
and you want to clean out your garbage disposal before you run the dishwasher because it's sharing the same
That's
bin.
right. Yeah, but the main reason is to get the temperature
up.
The hot temperature that you need to make
Does
the
that
dishes
help you?
clean.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all going to be motivated to work on our garbage disposal tomorrow.
How about a round of applause for our question asker?
All right. Well, let's talk about the refrigerator because the refrigerator is something that always needs cleaning, right?
Yeah.
And always needs maintenance. First and foremost, before you even clean it, those little dust bunnies that can collect beneath at the bottom, at that little kick plate, if you will, at the base of your refrigerator. How often have you vacuumed that or swept that out, right?
Yeah,
and that's going to impact the efficiency of your refrigerator. It's going to slow it down. And then what happens?
It's the same thing as your heating and air conditioning unit. If your filter's clogged, it doesn't run efficiently. Same with the refrigerator. If you've got a lot of dust and debris that's collected on the bottom underneath the kick plate, as Cindy referred to, or the back of the refrigerator, that's a good reason to vacuum all the time and make sure that you always keep that clean and clear of debris. You
know what else is really brilliant that I didn't even think about? How often do you check to see if your refrigerator is level? Just getting one of those little levelers, if it isn't level.
You may have been wondering why I was holding my mouth and stomach. I think I've had too many pumpkin seeds.
Okay. We're surrounded by pumpkins, and so Eric roasted some pumpkin seeds that are very tasty.
I'm going to have problems later. Anyway, go ahead.
But I think that if you can put those in the refrigerator now, that it's
I need to stop eating them. Don't let me eat anymore.
But if you make sure that your refrigerator is level, And the key is now it's going to save more energy, because if it's not level, it's not going to be sealed as tightly.
Yep.
And you wouldn't even think about it.
And the door kicks
just a little,
open easier.
just a little askew,
Yep.
and so you can get a carpenter's leveler and to see, oh yeah, I might need to slide some little shimmy under there to shim to make sure that it's level, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's
What about
imperative.
What about the water filter? I know that you've also had an ice maker problem.
Yes. So if you don't keep the water filter clean and clear, what happens is that the kids go, "Hey, Dad, how come there's no water coming out of the refrigerator?" It's because you didn't clean the filter. Duh. It's that kind of question
So
and
how
answer.
do you clean the filter?
Well, your specific manufacturer will tell you
right.
in your manual how to change the water filter. Every refrigerator is different, so take a look at that. And then also it could be because your water filter is coming from your sink where you're purifying your water. Make sure that is working and efficient. If you turn on that little lever on the sink and it takes 20 minutes to fill up a glass of water, it's time to change the filter.
It's clogged up quite a bit.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never cleaned the drain hole or the drip pan.
Yes,
Have you?
I have.
Really?
Yeah, it's nasty,
When did you do that?
but you got to do it. Well,
you did that a couple days ago too.
No, I did it for I do those tips on AOL, so
Oh,
I
that's
showed
right.
the folks how to do it there, and a lot of the older refrigerators have these slide out trays where it
Kinda like a
collects the condensation.
Uh-huh.
So you just want to keep it clean and clear, and keep in mind too, if you have rodents or problems with infestations, they're going to always immediately gravitate to that area because there is water there that's collecting in that pan, and there's also food that drops down from the refrigerator. So you definitely want to always service that area and keep it clean and clear.
How often are you doing that?
Maybe, well, I guess every time the rats show up, I like to clean it out real good. You know what I'm saying? I like to clean them out.
Jeez.
Usually about every 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say. And by the way, you can also hire someone to professionally do all this. They have appliance maintenance folks
Yes, they
out
do.
there who'll come, and I guess if you really aren't into getting under your refrigerator, it
Right.
might be worth spending $50, $75, and have
Yep.
someone come maybe once every couple of years.
You never think about it. You buy stuff from a store, you put it in your kitchen, and you think it's going to last forever. But without the maintenance, it can't operate efficiently, and then you're going to be disappointed. So definitely keep in mind that every couple of years you want to take care of all this stuff.
And we have another question in the audience here. Go ahead.
Hi, my question is about.
What's
Who
your
are
name?
you?
My name is Donna.
Hi, Don.
From?
Hi, from Los Angeles.
Hey.
Hey.
Round of applause.
Question about front loader washers. I have a 16-year-old and a fluffy dog. 16-year-old boy and a fluffy dog.
Uh-huh.
And the 16-year-old plays football, so mud and gunk from his uniforms get in there, and then the fluffy dog from all the bedding clogs up the washer. How do I clean it out?
Well, it's the washer itself, or are you talking about washer
The-
and dryer?
Just the washer.
Oh, the washer. Again, with the same thing, the white vinegar works wonders. And also you want to check out your drain lines and make sure that those are clear. And always, when it comes to washers and dryers, especially washers, when you're draining the washing machine, the most horrifying accidents occur when that comes loose from the wall and does not drain into that pipe. So
And
a
you
lot,
have
of, a lot of times
flood.
if you have issues where it's not draining effectively, it might be because that pipe that goes to your main drain is not clear. So it's backing up there. So take a look at that.
And does the vinegar also help with the smell? Because sometimes it
You
gets.
mean the smell of your son's football pants? I hear you. I played football. I know what happens after a few practices. Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, some more of the.
Wait, what position does he play?
Wide receiver, tight end, and defensive end.
Oh, fantastic. Good luck to him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about some more appliance
Yes.
care, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
we've talked about the microwave. We've talked about the dishwasher. We talked a little bit about, again, the importance of running the garbage disposal before starting the dishwasher.
Yep.
A little bit about the refrigerator and the oven. Now let's talk about the oven. Now this is something that I have done before, is just basically getting a bowl of ammonia mixed with water and just put it in the oven. The oven isn't on. And you put it in the oven, and then the fumes, from that, but just overnight, it just loosens up any of the gunk that might have splattered from inside your oven.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's something that I've tried.
What do you think about the self-cleaning oven? Does it work effectively for you?
It does. I mean, there's so many different, in terms of, first you have to figure out what is your oven type. Do you have a regular oven? Do you have a self-cleaning oven? And so really before you before you clean your oven, you have to figure out if you have, a regular self-cleaning oven, and if you have the textured model, you don't want to scrape it and so forth.
Exactly. You want to be careful with abrasive scrub pads in some of the interiors of these ovens. So again, consult your manufacturer or your model number online or in the manual. Too, keep in mind, if you've lost the manual, you can go online and punch in your model number of your particular appliance, and you'll get those manuals online.
And here's a great tip for stainless steel appliances in terms of like your refrigerator door and you have kids' fingerprints or your oven or whatever. Olive oil. Have you ever tried that?
No.
Olive oil, I've done this at home, and it really is great. It's perfect in terms of not only cleaning it, but it doesn't leave the fingerprints, and it gives it this shiny, slick lacquer.
All kidding aside, the vodka works wonders on the stainless steel. It does. And you can get a little nip while you're cleaning it, which is my favorite thing to do.
The cheap stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more here on Home Wizards. We're going to segue to the garden, because this is the time of year where maybe you're thinking about your front lawn. And what are you going to do about the lawn? Or maybe you want to ditch the lawn. And we've got some ideas for you in terms of things you can do to really make your lawn be happy, how to fertilize it, what are some new types of lawn to maybe plant and consider. And maybe you don't even want to have the lawn.
Yeah,
we have some other alternatives.
And put it to bed for the winter, prepare it for winter.
And tell it nighttime stories.
Night.
Night now. Night. You're listening to a nutty version of Home Wizards, as always. Cindy Dole and Eric Stromer were broadcasting live from Pacific Sales in San Dimas. And
Love
we're
it
back
here in
after
San
this
Dimas.
on KFWB News Talk 980.